Herbert looking down the left side. He's got Davis, and he's got it for a touchdown.
The Los Angeles Chargers officially clinched their spot in the NFL playoffs. Jim Harbaugh has done it. He has taken over this team and completely transformed the culture. The offense was dominant, the defense was really good. Pretty much everyone played their part in dominating the Patriots. And Justin Herbert played a near flawless game. The offensive line may have had their best game of the season, both in run blocking and pass protection. And JK Dobbins got his career high in rushing. It's so cool to see him succeed with everything he has had to overcome. And now all of a sudden, the motto right now is kind of why not for this team. And now all of a sudden, the Chargers' sights are set towards the Raiders, and beyond that, the postseason. Because the motto right now is kind of why not for this team. They have shown that they can compete with just about anyone. But before we get into everything, I would really appreciate it if you would drop a like and subscribe. We are on the road to 40,000 subscribers, and with your support, I believe that we can get there super fast. Alright, so the Chargers won huge, and the great news is that it was a blowout. It was a game that was decided pretty much from the start, and most importantly, they have kept their dreams alive to get that 5th seed. The reason why that is so important is because the 5th seed will play the Houston Texans, and this has just not been their season. The last few weeks for them have been brutal, and they're pretty much going to be limping into that game just trying to get by. The Steelers have dropped a few in a row and have really left the door open for this to happen. It really is crazy that the Chargers made the playoffs before week 18 in year 1 for Jim Harbaugh. Let's just sit back and look at this. This really is year 1 for Jim Harbaugh, Joe Ortiz, a whole new system. It's crazy how fast they've changed the culture, as I mentioned earlier. Looking at some of the stats from this 40-7 win over the Patriots, Justin Herbert had 281 yards with 3 touchdowns. JK Dobbins had 76 yards with a touchdown. He only rushed for 4 yards a carry, but he wore the Pats down throughout the game, and Hassan Haskins had 30 yards. In terms of the receivers, it was Ladd McConkey who led the way with a big 94 yards and 2 touchdowns, and then Quentin Johnston had 48 yards and Palmer had 41. This was one of the receiving corps' best games of the entire season, and as we approach the postseason, it's great to see the group clicking on all cylinders with Harbaugh. And I think the main thing you really have to look at is the offensive line and pass protection. I kind of thought this could have been another rebuilding season. They traded Keenan Allen and got rid of a few other guys, but really, the only thing that Justin Herbert needed was time to throw. That was his main downfall last season. The Joe Alt experiment has completely worked out. He's going to make the Pro Bowl. He has allowed only 1 or fewer pressures in 10 of his last 13 games. These are insane numbers for a 21-year-old. Like, this is Joe Thomas level. With the way this league is headed, the offensive line does often get overlooked. I think everyone knows how important and impactful it is, but in talk shows, it's boring to talk about, so these guys do not get near the credit and recognition they deserve. Like, we've never seen an offensive lineman be the face of the league or anything like that outside of Jason Kelce, but that was really only because he created a platform himself on top of what he does on the field with his brother Travis. But yeah, the Chargers really went fundamental in this draft, and that's what made me think rebuild, but I was dead wrong. Ladd McConkey really just makes everything work because they were still able to get that home run receiver on top of the Joe Alt pick. So Herbert had protection and a big target to throw to, and hitting big in the first round really gives this organization extreme confidence in the GM's decisions moving forward. And you have to, because it's like, well played. I thought Justin Herbert faced a lot of unfair criticism last year. He dealt with that finger injury, it really was affecting his throws, and then of course the offensive line was hurt. And we've seen the turnaround after a full offseason to recover. But all that being said, Brandon Staley was a terrible head coach. With new leadership, this is a dangerous football team. I'm not quite ready to say this is a Super Bowl contender just yet, but if they get the right round 1 matchup and win, I truly do think that anything can happen. This is also the first time in Justin Herbert's career where he has been given a consistent run game with Dobbins. JK has been waiting to have a breakout season, he just has not been able to stay healthy. I still remember the years at Ohio State when Gus Johnson's favorite line was JK all day. He is ultra talented, he just has had major setbacks in terms of staying on the field. And even over the last few weeks, he missed a few games dealing with a knee injury, but he really has been one of the best running backs in the league this season. Not only has this new running game helped the Chargers in obvious ways, but this is really the first time in Justin Herbert's career career where the Chargers have not trotted him out on the field and just said, save us. This is the first time he hasn't had to play hero ball. This is really the first time there has been a real, methodical game plan. So even though a few years back, Justin Herbert would go out there and he would have great numbers and it put him in MVP combos, what he was doing was not sustainable in terms of winning football, especially in the playoffs, because the defense knew exactly what to game plan for. But now JK Dobbins, even Gus Edwards, and some of the receivers that stepped up have provided a lot of depth and sustainability for this team. One thing that may sound simple that Jim Harbaugh did was just that he believed in the team and the guys they had. Over the offseason, it would have been easy for him to go to the front office and tell them to blow things up. The running backs had not been able to string together seasons of health up to that point. Keenan Allen was in Chicago, Quentin Johnston looked like a complete bust, and last season the defense was ranked 28th. Obviously, they had the core in place with Khalil Mack and Bosa, but nobody expected them to come into this season and move all the way to 12th. So many areas have improved, and being balanced has done wonders. The Chargers defense really has kind of been nicknamed the stingiest unit in the league this year, allowing only 18.3 points per game. It was unfortunate to lose Elijah Molden, who revealed his season was over on Instagram after leaving the game with his injury, and really, health has been the only thing that has crushed the defense this year. But it's just a harsh part of what this game is. But yeah, the Chargers absolutely dominated the Patriots, so bad to the point where the Fire Mayo chants broke out. I kind of thought it was unnecessary for Patriots fans to do that. You gotta give the guy more than a year. Not everyone can be super successful in year one, but I know they are coming off the Belichick-Brady dynasty, so success is just what they are used to. But for the Chargers, now with their sights set on the postseason, Week 18 is about staying healthy and just mentally getting ready for all the challenges the postseason brings. Here is what some of the guys had to say about the win over the Patriots.
Just with humble hearts, move on to the next game. Just so proud of the team, all those that made it happen, the players, the coaches. There was so much great play. Our offense, great defense, great. I'm proud of our captains. Justin Herbert played a near flawless game.
Yeah, it's a testament to all the hard work that we put in this offseason, and the way things have gone, it's been an honor to play alongside this team, and we had a huge opportunity tonight, and we went out and took it. All week we knew how big of a game this was for us, and guys were dialed in, focused, and we executed today. It was awesome to see. We were on it from the protection to the routes to the run game. I thought all three phases showed up today, and that was huge for us.
That's really all I got for this video. Thank you all so much if you made it to this point, and if you enjoyed and haven't yet, please be sure to drop a like and subscribe, because your support truly does mean the world. We are only like 800 subscribers away from 40K. I really do think we are going to get there within the next week or so. But yeah, that's all for this one. I'll see you all later.